Hello and welcome to Wilderness Days. In this episode of Wilderness Days, we will focus on a very special theme. It concerns the children who live in the villages around the world-famous Ranthambore and how these children are spreading the message of wildlife and conservation through art.
This here is no ordinary school, and these are not ordinary students either. Each one of them is a lover of nature. They're all budding wildlifers. Welcome to the Ranthambore School of Arts, where animals are the subjects and the forest their teacher. Parashar is among the several wildlife experts from Ranthambore who has taken it upon himself to inculcate love of nature among school children. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Often considered as the first son of Ranthambore, a painter and wildlife photographer by profession, M.D. Parashar's Ranthambore School of Art and Wildlife Conservation Society helps to preserve the foundation of our wildlife cycle, the tigers. Located in the small and peaceful town of Sawai Madhopur, upon entering the school, one will be astonished to see a class full of students sitting on the grass in the scorching heat. The premises lack proper infrastructure and basic facilities unlike any other school. But the students are not bothered. They are bent upon following their teachers' instructions about the intricacies of painting a tiger face. With each perfect stroke, hand-drawn using a newspaper nib, one gets more involved and stunned by the creativity and accuracy of the painting. The student's eye for detailing makes you wonder how easily they can make a complex subject look simple. The students don't just paint, rather they get more close to their preferred painting muse, the tiger. With each intricate feature rightly drawn on the tiger's face, their little hands have now got used to carve out even the most intense expressions of the tiger. Mr. Parashar, famous for his tiger and lamp-black paintings, brought his passion to paper in 1982 when he made his first painting. His passion doubled and even quadrupled since then and led him to start his own school, the Ranthambore School of Art, in 1987 by providing vocational training to the students here. Over the years, the school has tried to bridge the gap between the natives of Ranthambore and its serene wildlife by its own ways. Since the school started, it has engrossed and encouraged not only the children but also their parents, who willingly support their child's enthusiasm for wildlife painting. The aim of the school is to keep the beautiful image of the tiger in the minds of the people. The school exhibits and sells beautiful paintings of the great Indian tiger against the dense foliage. This is an attempt to spread awareness about tiger conservation. Youngsters from the local villages of Savai Madhopur and other nearby ones are inspired to infuse life into the conservation efforts through paintings, demonstrations, and talks.
सन 1987 में मैंने सबसे पहले हमारे जो रणथंभौर के आसपास के जो गांव है वहां से मैंने कुछ लोगों को लेना शुरू किया। तो मेरे पास में पहला जो बैच था वो केवल 3 और 4 बच्चों का था। तो वो उन लोगों को मैंने सन 1987 से इस चित्र शैली के बारे में एक तरह से जो है सिखाना शुरू किया। तो जैसे जैसे वो सीखते गए, कलाकारों के जो कलाकृतियां जो बाहर आई उसकी संख्या बढ़ती गई। क्योंकि मैं अकेला जब कर रहा था तो शायद महीने में 5 या 6 पेंटिंग्स बनती थी, पर 4 लोग जब करने लगे तो वो पेंटिंगों की संख्या बढ़ने लगी।
Aranya in Sanskrit means forest or wilderness and represents our vision to provide you with your own piece of heaven on earth. Spread over 108 acres of land and the Aravalli Ranges, born and raised in Savai Madhopur, which is flanked by the Ranthambore forests, Parashar's early memories include the treks through the forests in search of an elusive tiger. The pure wildlife of Ranthambore inspired him to capture, in the form of paintings, those precious moments that he encountered in his jungle journeys. In fact, such is the exquisite detail that it's extremely tough to spot a difference between a tiger photograph and his painting. Hand over a crumpled newspaper to him, and he will give you a beautiful painting using the newspaper nib as a brush. His students learn how to play with colors and create anything out of nothing. Even the most abstract imagery on a plastic tray can simply come out by dropping the colors on a tray full of water using a pencil. This school is one of its kind in India, which aims at protecting and conserving wildlife with the help of paintings. The thought behind the school seems to have gripped the imagination of the whole town of Savai Madhopur itself. Having diverse wildlife, the students at the Ranthambore School of Art have varied options to choose from that will make their perfect painting muse. This place is a home to animals like the jackal, mongoose, sloth bear, leopard, peacock, deer, and of course, the tiger. Along with the School of Art, a Wildlife Conservation Society, also set up the same year, conducts painting exhibitions for students and holds general meetings each year on the vital issue of wildlife conservation by inviting few esteemed guests. The Wildlife Conservation Society meetings are organized to encourage students and make them aware about the various wildlife conservation techniques.
उसमें बहुत मेहनत करी है क्योंकि अब बहुत आगे निकलेंगे इसमें और हमें बहुत खुशी होगी और हम रतनपुर को और बहुत आगे लेके जा सकेंगे.
Although it serves as a platform to bring forth the immense talent of the students, but it also informs them about the situation of some of their favorite animals.
मेरा जो सबसे पहला जो उद्देश्य था कि इसको ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को हमें बांट देना चाहिए. अब सवाल ये उठता है कि इसको इस शिक्षा के लिए कौन योग्य होगा. तो मुझे लगा क्योंकि रणथंबोर और रणथंबोर के जंगल से निकली हुई चित्रशैली है, तो निश्चित रूप से जो रणथंबोर के आसपास के गांव में बसने वाले लोग हैं, वो अगर इस चित्रशैली के अंदर अपने चित्र बनाना शुरू करेंगे, उनको थोड़ा भी अगर रुचि है, तो आने वाले समय में निश्चित रूप से, क्योंकि चित्र बनेंगे तो चित्र बिकेंगे भी, और चित्र अगर बिकता है तो उसकी कुछ ना कुछ आमदनी तो कलाकार को होगी। और मेरा ये मानना है कि अगर कलाकार को आमदनी होगी तो उस जहां से उसको आमदनी हो रही है कम से कम वो उस जगह से प्रेम करना तो सीखेगा ही। तो निश्चित रूप से हमारे इस कला के माध्यम से जो एक दूसरा जो मैसेज जा रहा है वो ये है कि जिस कुदरत की वजह से ये चित्रशैली प्राप्त हुई, कम से कम कलाकार अपनी कला के माध्यम से कुछ वापस भी वहां पर वो दे सके अपना जो है।
Please don't go away. We will come back after a short break.
Aranya in Sanskrit means forest or wilderness and represents our vision to provide you with your own piece of heaven on earth. Spread over 108 acres of land and the Aravalli Ranges, this exhibition gives each student an opportunity to showcase his or her art. The whole wall here seems decorated with various paintings of students where everyone comes up with their own imagination of the wildlife they witness. The ambience of this room, filled with wildlife artwork, can make anyone sense the zeal and passion of the students behind it. And the series of the magnificent tiger paintings will leave you spellbound. One can barely notice anything else as the paintings take over and make you fall in love with the uniqueness of each artwork, be it a simple sketch or an oil painting or a painting decorated with feathers to make it look more real and lively. All of them have one thing in common, and that is their immense commitment towards being a part of the School of Art as well as the Wildlife Conservation Society.
School ऑफ आर्ट्स के बारे में तो मुझे मेरी मदर ने बताया था। यहाँ से कई सारे बच्चे जाते थे, वो मुझसे थोड़े बड़े थे। वो जाते थे तो उनको मदर ने जाते हुए देख लिया। मदर ने उनसे पूछा कि कहाँ जा रहे हो। उन्होंने बताया पेंटिंग क्लासेस में जाते हैं। उनके बारे में पूछा कि कैसा सिखाते हैं। उन्होंने कहा अच्छा सिखाते हैं। फिर अगले दिन से मैंने भी ज्वाइन की और पेंटिंग का क्रेज़ तो बचपन से ही रहा है। कुछ पेंटिंग्स बचपन की भी हैं।
With its artistic and innovative painting techniques, the School of Art attracts students of almost all age groups. There are students right from the age of 8 years to over 20 years. Every student hopes to follow and do as much as they can to protect Ranthambhore's valuable wildlife. Much to our surprise, the strength of the class even goes up to about 200 students in a batch, lasting for about a month and a half. The popularity of the Ranthambore School of Art and the Wildlife Conservation Society arises from the pride and interest of its people and the tremendous response they generate all over the country. Many paintings of the school have drawn inspiration from the photographs clicked by M.D. Parashar. His passion for photography arose from his numerous close encounters with the tigers and other wildlife. Making Ranthambore a better place for wildlife still remains the focus of all those dedicated to the School of Art. The school in itself has set an example for the entire country that even a little step towards wildlife protection can make a huge difference.
Ranthambore School of Art is one such noble and good experiment which is being conducted for involving the local people and the future generations, children, into conservation effort. On one hand, it is going to give them employment, economic development, and on the other hand, it is going to instill in them the importance of wildlife and habitat conservation for the various species.
We hope you have enjoyed this special episode of Wilderness Days.